Hello, people. My name is Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. How many of y'all out there are from the hood, the ghetto, the inner cities of America? How many of y'all specifically are from those places? How many of y'all grew up in those places? How many of y'all have lived in those such places and homes of all of us for years? Yeah, I'm from the inner city, the ghetto, the hood, all that. Detroit Miracle originated from that part of town. So that I know what I'm talking about when I address issues social, political, ethnic, and etc. I know what I'm saying because me, like you, have actually lived in the inner cities or the hoods or the ghettos or whatever else you call them. But to all of us, those places are home. That's what they mean to us. They are our homes. They are traditional. They are structured of families, neighbors, friends, acquaintances, and some enemies. But that's most unfortunate. Yeah. But yeah, when somebody is talking about they have your interest at heart, look where they lived, look where they grew up at. Like if you're struggling and doing real bad and they're doing real good and they've been doing good their whole entire life, how many times have they came to the hood? I mean, anybody in general, a wealthy business person, a political figure, such as Biden or Donald Trump. They're wealthy from good, prestigious families of namesakes, but have they ever lived in the hood specifically? That don't mean that they can't do a lot from that doesn't mean that they can't do much for the hood, rather, just because, they didn't grow up in the hood. That don't mean that they can't do a world of good for the inner cities, just despite the fact that they didn't live in those places. But nevertheless, the inner cities have been existing for decades, hundreds of years. There were probably even inner cities back in the 1700s, 1800s, all over the world, not just in America. So it's not just an American thing or an American problem or an American dilemma, but it is a problem that every other country face as well. Yep, that's something that they deal with. There are poor communities, rich communities, and probably the in-between as well, being that of middle-class community. That seemed to be the structure of the whole world. So is that what the majorities decided upon, that there would be inner cities for a specific number of times? Like the majority of peoples inhabit the inner cities and the middle class communities. If you look at the true majority numbers, then was it their majority vote that there would be inner cities, gangs, clubs, violence of every sort and all of that? I mean, there could still be clubs and gangs, but like in organization structures that actually improve the community, improve themselves, improves esteem, and help and build esteem in communities. Those type of groups are cool. Yeah. Or the groups that just don't mess with anyone, but they represent like female biker gangs and stuff and regular biker clubs. Those places, such established clubs usually don't attack the general public. They usually stick to themselves and their club. Yeah. Well, people, I wanted to give you that message as well to make you think and get you like drawn into the core being of what you want, what you think you should have, what you need, what you desire, what you don't want. What are the don't wants? The majorities can decide on the majorities, in fact, can decide on a lot of unpreferred things mutually agreed upon, like crime, sickness, homelessness, hunger, thirst, high prices and stuff, high rent, high taxes. There should be hundreds of millions that agree that they don't want any of those things or much of those things. Okay, folks, I'd appreciate it if you would give me those likes, comments, and please subscribe to me, Detroit Miracle.